going to start it over, okay? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Or the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flare, the bombers stinging out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
All right, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem to get us set for a volleyball doubleheader live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here with you, and we've got two championship volleyball matchups here for you, starting with the JV matchup between Brooklyn Friends and the Garden School here in volleyball. We've got the varsity game after as well. Brooklyn Friends will be competing in the varsity matchup, and they will take on the Dwight School. It's some good energy here from these two schools, Garden School and Brooklyn Friends, already making noise pregame, and a beautiful rendition of the national anthem to get us set here for a couple of matchups. Lemont Manhattan, big thanks to Lemont Manhattan playing host to the ISAL championship matchups for volleyball, as well as for some big athletic events to come, basketball included. So we'll have the live streams of all of those championship matchups right here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, starting here with this one. Brooklyn Friends, coached by Kathleen O'Halloran. JV squad is the up judge here, making sure everything is squared away administratively before we're ready to go and see some live volleyball here, both on Facebook and YouTube. Streaming this live matchup. Again, Simon Rosenwasser here, Scott Chupp, our camera operator. And we thank you for joining us for this broadcast as Brooklyn Friends will have the serve to start. And we are ready to go. First of two championship matches here this afternoon from the Morris Street Gym in the Financial District. And that ball hitting the ceiling and coming down immediately. So there are some hazards, as there are with most gyms in New York. And so that point will go to Brooklyn Friends, even though Garden School did get it over. And they'll get point number 2 as well. Sasha Ryder is on serve, the junior for Brooklyn Friends. into the net. So Garden School with their first point. Underhand serve goes up the line from Solil Warren, one of the captains on the JV squad. And a little scramble there from Brooklyn Friends. Or from the Garden School, wouldn't get over the net, so BFS with the early lead, 3-1 here in game number 1. Lily Bailey with the serve, got it deep, and it turns into a point for Brooklyn Friends. Timeout called here. We'll take a quick audio break. Score 5-1 out of the timeout. Now make it 5-2 as that serve sails. And Garden School will be back on serve. Once again, it's Solil Warren. Who will give way in favor of Mackenzie Malone, Mac as they call her, for the Garden School. And miscommunication on the BFS side. It'll lead to point for Brooklyn Friends. We get one more look on the replay. So the Garden School now within 1. And Brooklyn Friends back on the board. One more look at the recent point. Six to 4. The serve comes over from Nadia Abadzis. Off the net, Brooklyn Friends, good scramble. And a good swing there to the back row. Sasha Ryder is able to keep it alive, and then Brooklyn Friends bumps over the free ball. Good long point here, one of the better ones we've seen so far, but it ends with a hit into the net. Here's another look. Set up there, and you saw number 12 and Alana Marengo coming into the frame. Unable to get it over. So the score 7-5. First set and an ace for Brooklyn Friends. Remy Ingerman does the serving for the Panthers. Setting is Lily Boyd. Calder Bealey goes into the net. 8-6. And Garden School back on serve. JV championship here, live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Jaylene Riviera, who kept it alive, comes over here to the broadcast booth. And the point goes to Brooklyn Friends. They take a 9-6 lead. See if Garden School can set up here. They'll have to tap it over. Comes right back into open floor for Brooklyn Friends. And the point good for the Panthers. Garden School serve. The score 10-7. This is Hia who's on serve. And the swing from Marengo. Back and forth in the front row between Brooklyn Friends and Garden, and free ball unable to be played over the net. We'll get one more look here. It's going to have to be a tough free ball over the head of Sasha Ryder, as we do have a timeout. Garden School calls it. And the score 10-8 here in set number 1. Take a look at some of the recent points. Battle at the net there. Let's run a couple more replays. Well, we've got another 20 seconds or so. So the score was 6-5, and Brooklyn Friends had a good chance to put this one over. Or excuse me, Garden School did. And this was the great kill. Just good heady awareness in the front row for Brooklyn Friends and Sasha Ryder. And then the most recent point. So the score 10-8, we're back to live action. And the underhand serve comes over from Hia. Another Garden School point. BFS had the advantage early on. Garden School hanging tough. And only 1 point separating the squads here. Still somewhat early on in set number 1. Rejection from the top of the tape as Ryan Seidman was rising. One of the co-captains on the team, but just did not get over. So 11-9. And here's Calder Bealey. As the Garden School makes a substitution, their bench keeping energy high. Cheers for their fresh face on the floor. Shallow serve is an ace for BFS. This is Calder Bealey. Another look at the serve. And again, she went shallow, fell in front. Here's the live serve, and into the net it goes. So 12-10. And we've got Alana Marengo putting it over for Garden School, or at least she attempted to. Wouldn't have counted anyway, as violation is called against the Garden School. BFS holding 3. And it brings Sasha Ryder back to the service line. Good velocity on that one, not enough height. So Cecilia Intriago is the server for Garden School, and a free ball bumped over back to Garden. It's going to come right to the front row of Brooklyn Friends, and a good battle there, but it's Garden School who prevails. There's Loanne Bougenet, who got some good height in the front row, but was unable to win the battle on that point a couple points ago, and now it's 13-13. Garden School has tied it up at a baker's dozen apiece. And good scramble there from Brooklyn Friends. And a setup will not get over for Garden. And BFS back on top. So 3 straight for Garden School. That run comes to an end as Brooklyn Friends sides them out, gets on serve. And they've got Lily Bailey behind the service line to put us back in play. Fortino. Substitutions for Garden. As here comes Mackenzie Malone. And Mack will go behind the service line. And she will get an ace just over the net. All, an ace and then a service error. And very little separation between Brooklyn Friends and Garden School JV. We'll have the Varsity ISAL championship game after this one. Brooklyn Friends against Dwight. The Garden School takes the lead. I believe that's their first lead here in set number 1. Oh, they have been close the last 10 or 15 points. And the serve comes over. It's an ace for Brooklyn Friends. They're on a roll. Excuse me, an ace for the Garden School. They are on a roll. Here's the ace from Intriago. And back to live action with Garden School up by 2. Make it 3. More look at how this point came to an end. Good set and a solid swing there. A kill from Marengo, and Brooklyn Friends continues their run. Garden School continues their run. 19-15. Set number 1, climbing towards 25. Intriago, another serve, another ace. And it's going to force Brooklyn Friends and Kathleen O'Halloran to call a timeout. As the score is 20-15. Look at the Garden School, who's come on strong. They're down 13-10 and have ripped off. Oh, let's do some quick math. 10 of the next 12 points. So Brooklyn Friends now looking to find their form from the beginning of this first set. Calling the timeout to halt the momentum. And let's see if we can bring the energy out of the timeout. We'll be receiving serve once again from Intriago. And back in play it comes, right back over the net. And a scramble, not going to do it for Garden School. And an important point won there by Brooklyn Friends, though they're still down by 4. And they'll have a new server checking in. This is Remy Ingerman back to the service line. And Ingerman puts it in play. Chance for BFS to set up. And back over it comes. It's Calder Bealey, another swing. And Garden School plays a deep free ball. It's Bealey coming to the near side. Long point, it'll end with Bealey unable to put it over, 21-16. This is Bella Bandura on the serve, and she gets it in play. BFS with a shallow free ball comes right back. It'll be Bealey. And flat-footed, good shot there from Garden. One of the best ones we've seen so far. Great swing. Had to back up a little bit, good footwork. And the kill for Cecilia Intriago. And BFS on the verge now, Garden School on the verge. Up by 7 here, 23-16. Set point here for the Garden School. And the bench makes noise for Garden, anticipating the end of the first set here. It's Bealey in the front row. Ball comes over. High ball, Bealey eyes it down, kept alive, well done by Garden, and it just gets over. It'll be a point for the Garden School. Let's see, the referees are waiting to determine who wins it. It is Garden who wins it, and they've got the first set 25-16. All right, so we will take a step aside. Audio break in between sets as Garden School takes the first set 25-16. We'll come back with the second set here live on the Play by Play Sports Network. And so we'll come back with that final point before we start the second set. And it was a good one. And this was the play in the back row, just sticking a right arm up there by Mackenzie Malone, and she was able to pass over the ball that just got over the net. And a very exciting point for Garden School as they take set number one. So ready to start the second set. As we are here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Referees making sure lineups look kosher. It'll be Garden School who has the momentum after winning set number one. To get things started here in set number two. That'll be a point for Garden. Good defense there. There's once again Cecilia Intriago. And the serve comes over. It'll be an ace for Solil Warren. And one of the captains for Garden. Three to nothing in favor of the Garden School. JV games best of three. So Garden School looking for the sweep. And since that ball hit the curtain, and it's overhanging here on the ceiling, it'll be a point for Garden. And a big open gym, that ball would have gotten over the net legally. Instead, it's Garden School who continues their run, now with a 5-0 lead. They might force Brooklyn Friends into an early timeout, and they do. So Garden picking up right where they left off with a 5-point advantage here early in the second set, looking again for the sweep here in this JV matchup. So we'll take a quick audio break. We'll come back when they resume play. Back we come. Still Warren on serve. 5 in a row, make it 6 in a row for Garden here in set number 2. And Solil Warren will remain at the service line as BFS changes their lineup. Coming into play is Remy Ingerman. finally, Brooklyn Friends does get that side out. Here's Sasha Ryder behind the service line. They're in this JV championship matchup. And a good sidewinding serve to the near side. Warren just gets it over. And Brooklyn Friends sets the front row. And nothing doing there for Bougenet. Here comes Mac Malone. BFS defends her serve back over. And then the swing into the net. Off the arms of Bella Bandura. And this will be Lily Bailey, who will give it right back. 8-2. Again, JV matchup here. And we'll have the varsity championship game coming up live after this one. All the championship games in the ISAL played here at Le Mans, Manhattan, with some, as far as New York standards are concerned, enough space to handle all of the traffic. Eight to 3. And this is Nadia Abadzis, freshman on serve. And this one just gets over from the Garden School. Good battle here, going back and forth. And over it comes. Finally, Brooklyn Friends gets it to the back row. And it'll be a point for the Panthers. Again, one more look here. Pushing that ball deep. Was Calder Beal. And an ace. Another look at it. It's Abadzis with 2 in a row now for Brooklyn Friends. Make it 3 in a row. And the Panthers are back within 2 here in set 2. Looking to split the first couple of sets, send this one to a third. And a timeout call. Good run by Brooklyn Friends. They cut it to a 1-point advantage for Garden School and force Garden to call a timeout. We'll be back here in a moment. All right, so out of the timeout, it's Brooklyn Friends trailing by 1, but Abadzis has been on serve and has won 4 points in a row for her team. And puts this one in play. Ties it up at 8. ball just got over. And Beal plays it over for Brooklyn Friends and slams it to the far corner. Long point, tied at 8. Good opportunity to swing for the Garden School. But it would not get over the net for Alana Marengo. So BFS takes its first lead here in set number 2, down 5-0. Good response from the Panthers. And Marengo gets it deep. Brooklyn Friends scrambling over, gets the free ball back. It's Marengo looping it. Abadzis was there, tracked it down, and a whistle will go in favor of Brooklyn, of the Garden School. They'll call a violation against the Panthers. And we are tied at 9. Marengo, gorgeous down the line. To 10. Eleven to 10 the score. Timeout call. We're going to run some recent replays since we have a moment. That was the ace from Abadzis. And that was the beautiful kill down the line. And most recently, as Brooklyn Friends got it deep, the ball fell on Garden School's side, and Calder Beal gets credit for it. So Brooklyn Friends now with the 1-point advantage here in set number 2. And coming out to serve is Lily Boyd. The referee there at the scorer's table. Confirming the score. Down judge talking with the scorekeepers. And Lily Boyd and company await to resume play. Brooklyn Friends gets an explanation. And the rotation being scrutinized here by the down judge. And you can hear Kathleen O'Halloran in the background trying to get this squared away. See them, two of them talking at the top of your screen. A little built-in timeout for both Brooklyn Friends and Garden. Extended timeout. And it will be a new server, it looks like, for Brooklyn Friends. They give away to Remy Ingerman. who now awaits the serve instead of Lily Boyd. And now it seems that we're ready to go. Remy Ingerman for Brooklyn Friends, and the Panthers up by 1 here in the second set, but down by 1 in the match, losing the first 25-16. And a high serve that hits the ceiling and comes right back down. So we're tied at 11. Here's Hia. And Hia's serve was defended right back over. And it's now Brooklyn Friends with Beal on the swing. And now Marengo looped it to the back row. Abadzis was there. And it will go into the net from Beal. So Garden retakes the lead. 2 in a row for the Garden School. Badzis. And this ball just gets over from Lily Boyd. Here's Beal touching it. Now Boyd looking to set. And Beal into the net. 13-11. Hia got it deep. Abadzis got the dig. Beal high in the air, and that ball is going to come over on the Brooklyn Friends side. Maybe a little bit lucky for Beal here. And she hit that one so high in the air, hit the top of the tape. Really tough for Marengo to do anything with it on the Garden School side. So now Boyd on serve. And an ace for Lily Boyd. We are tied up at 13 again. We were tied up at the same score in set number 1. And it was the latter stages of the first set where the Garden School was able to take control. Winning 12 of the last 15 points, but BFS now on top. Alana Marengo. Check that, Lily Boyd still on serve. Not for long as that ball sails on the far side. And we're tied at 14. Here's Lily Boyd. Marengo, who comes out of bounds. And a couple service errors are traded. Brooklyn Friends retakes the lead. Luann Bujanek checks into the front row for Brooklyn Friends. And Lily Bailey does the serving and the acing for the Panthers. Timeout called by Garden School, 16-14. Here in the second set. Take a quick audio break here on PBPSN. 16-14 out of the timeout. Brooklyn Friends has the lead, and they're able to get this ball deep with Bougenet. Garden School with the point, the kill for number 33, and that's Cecilia Intriago, who's had a nice match for the Garden School. And we're tied at 16. Soleil Warren started the set with a good run for Garden School. Serves here, but she's not going to serve for long as BFS has a quick side out. So back up by one are the Panthers. Critical time in the match as we climb towards 20 points for each school here in the second set. Their team able to claim full possession of the momentum here in the second. Well, Brooklyn Friends has been the better squad since being down 5-0 here in the second set. It's Marengo. And this ball will hit the antenna and not get over. Good footwork. We've seen Intriago able to make that a positive kind of play for Garden School. Not that time as it hits out of bounds. And Garden down by 3, make it 4. And Garden back on their heels here in the second set. BFS looking to split the first 2 sets, send this one to a third. And scramble mode from the Garden School. They do get it over. There's Warren bumping it for her teammate in Marengo. And it came over. There's the bump from Marengo into open floor. And Garden School back on serve, down by 3. Ace for Garden, just got over. Mac Malone with as good as it gets. This one gets over deep and comes right back. And the Garden School gets the point. Jaylene Rivera. Down by 1 now is Garden. They have tied it up at 20. 4 in a row for the Garden School. And just when Brooklyn Friends thought that they were inching closer to stealing the momentum, here comes Garden out of the timeout and winning 4 points in a row. Will not be 5 as that ball came off the net and favored Brooklyn Friends. So the Panthers take the lead. And Lily Boyd serve. The hands from Warren. And Boyd goes into the net. We're tied at 21. First set. Going to the Garden School 25-16. And now we are knotted up here late in the second. Intriago on serve. Pretty good one. Scramble there from Brooklyn Friends. And same for Garden. Good work on both sides. Intriago with the first touch on this sequence. And then Bandura played it over. And then a double hit against the Panthers. And Garden reclaims the lead, 22-21. It's Intriago. Over and good for a kill, and Garden School with just 2 points separating themselves in a JV championship. Here's the point, and a good swing there from Jaylene Rivera. Serve was in play from Garden, but now out of play for a Brooklyn Friends point. Good serve from Abadzis. And that ball going to sail to tie it up at 23. The try from Marengo. And Abadzis' serve, pretty good one, but it came just out of bounds there on the near side. Wonderful decision by Bella Bandora, and now it is match point for Garden. Good deep serve. Brooklyn Friends needs this point, and boy, just gets it over. High in the air, and we are tied at 24. Win by 2, of course. Another match point for Garden School. We'll put it in the hands of Hia. Substitution for Garden School as Seidman comes into the front row. Can Garden put the finishing touches on this one? The serve out of bounds. So it's Lily Boy. Boyd with a good deep one. And it ricochets off the ceiling and down, and Brooklyn Friends up by 1. And now the Panthers have a chance to send this to a third set. Another good serve from Boyd, and the ball does get over, and a point for Garden. Marengo put it up the line, and Brooklyn Friends gets it over, comes right back over from Garden. And then into the net, we got another match point. Match point number 3 now for the Garden School. It's Marengo who puts it in play. And that ball just does get over. Here's Garden in the back row, starting the sequence off the ceiling. It's going to have to be a free ball. Nothing doing. We're tied at 27. The second set that will not end here. Neither team wanting to put it away. We'll have at least another 2 more points. And this next serve coming over from Calder-Beal. Marengo controlled dig, And then she'll receive the pass back and put it away. Gorgeous from Garden. Nice little give and go here. And that ball was searching for the far line. We've got a match point, another one here for the Garden School. Bandura puts it over. Marengo slams it back. Tied at 28. Sasha Ryder. Good serve from Ryder. But Marengo picked it up, and Garden School back on top by 1. It's going to take 30 points at least for the winner here in set 2. Testament to how close these teams have been. Garden School now with opportunity number 5 to put the match away. Lily Bailey. And now BFS with a chance to send it to a third. That's how the second set will end, 31-29 in favor of Brooklyn Friends, and we have tied, they have tied this match up at 1. We're heading to the all-important third set here in this JV ISAL championship game. We'll be back here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network for the third and final set. Should say third and final set of the JV game. Make sure you tune in to the varsity match to follow this JV contest. So we'll be back in a couple moments. All right, the third and final set of this JV matchup. First to 25 in the critical third. Best of 3 in JV, best of 5 for Varsity. And it'll be Brooklyn Friends who will receive the serve from Garden School at the start of set number 3. As Soleil Warren will begin this third set. And we're ready to go. Underhand serve goes up the line. And Warren is denied back. It'll be a Brooklyn Friends point. There's Bujanek. They're standing tall. Not sure if that ball was going to naturally fall on Brooklyn Friends' side, but Bujanek made sure of it and put it away. Well, we're tied at 1. Well, if the first 2 sets are any indicator, we can expect back and forth play. Pretty evenly matched volleyball. Seeing good things out of Alana Marengo today, and she serves her second in a row. Oh, good hands there once again from Intriago. Oh, that ball a little tight to the net, and Ryan Seidman couldn't do anything about it, so we're knotted at 2. Panthers with the early lead. Lily Bailey, the freshman, serves. And Marengo plays it across. It's Marengo who lines it up, puts it away. Alana Marengo. Some good work here in this one. And one more look here. A set from Seidman. And Marengo with a good swing. It's 4-3 Garden. As they'll grant that point to the Garden School. And now with a 2-point advantage. This is Mac Malone with a great ace. Malone. There's the recent ace from her. And we're back to live action, and it's Malone on this side who's unable to keep the point alive for Garden. Still leading by 2, though. It's 6-4 here in set number 3. Anna Badzis with the serve. Malone with the initial dig. And then Intriago played it over. Searching for the far corner. She didn't get it there. But the job done well enough for Marengo. Here's another look. As Marengo tried to get it to this corner here. And you back the other team up enough. Able to force them into a tough spot. BFS now with the point afterwards to make it 7-5. And Remy Ingerman comes in to serve for the Panthers. That was Marengo, flat-footed. Who got it over for Garden? Brooklyn Friends couldn't play it back. So here's Bella Bandura for Garden. Good low serve, underhand. And that ball will fly out of bounds off the arms of Jaylene Rivera. Makes it 8-6. And Lily Boyd will serve, but again, the down judge making sure that things are squared away administratively over there at the scorer's table. Making sure that the Garden School rotation is in order. You see them over there on the far side. So somewhat lengthy match here. Will likely postpone the varsity match, which was originally scheduled at 5:30. They'll obviously need some time for both teams to warm up before the varsity match. And that ball will come out of bounds. And Garden School back on serve. Lily Boyd serve. Sails on the near side. And now it's Hia who comes in. Once again, the rotation needing to be squared away for Garden. And it's Remy Ingerman's turn to serve. Got it deep. Good effort there from Brooklyn Friends, but it should be a point to the Garden School as the Panthers flew over the net line. And two judges will decide who this point goes to. Redo the point. So it'll remain 9-6. Bella Bandura with Garden up by 3. Gets another swing from behind the service line. It's Warren. Lines it up. And Soleil Warren had it defended. She gets the first touch here for Garden School. And now a chance to put it away. She does. Again, Soleil Warren seeing her start the sequence here and then finish it. Good topspin into the donut. Double hit on Brooklyn Friends. Garden by 5. Timeout, Brooklyn Friends. Here in the third set. See the Garden School huddle with some good energy. They had a 5-point advantage in the first set, in the second set early on, and then they had 5 chances at match point in set number 2. Credit to Brooklyn Friends for staying resilient and then finishing that second set 31-29 and send us to a third. And now Garden School with the advantage here, though plenty of volleyball left to be played here in set number 3. The determining set going to 25. If it was the varsity match, it would be a 5-set match, and that 5th set would go to 15. So sometimes you do see that deciding set go to just 15, but since they're only playing 3 sets here, the deciding set going to 25. So Garden School does have the slight edge as the timeout was called, and wow, beautiful hustle there from Lily Boyd to save it for Brooklyn Friends and keep them alive here in this point. It's Marengo, and this tap won't get over from Cecilia Intriago. And the good scramble on the BFS side leads to a point for Brooklyn Friends. They're within 4. And now they've got Beal on serve. An ace for Beal. Tying up Warren. And BFS within 3. To 9. Marengo, and into the net it goes. 4 in a row for Brooklyn Friends out of the timeout. And now one will be called by the Garden School. So we'll take a quick audio break midway through the 3rd set. Brooklyn Friends serve, down by 1. 4 in a row, make it 5 in a row for the Panthers. Most recent ace from Beal. The Panthers have taken momentum back, leading by 1. 6 points in a row for the Panthers. Still Calder-Beal on serve. And the run will come to an end, but an admirable one from the freshman of Brooklyn Friends, who will take a seat on the bench after Garden School gets the side out. Coming in for her, Alice Seba. And we're tied at a dozen apiece here in the 3rd set, with Garden School having Hia on serve. The referees communicating that the teams will switch sides, I believe, at the end of this point. It'll mean somebody got the 13. It's the Garden School who does. And they will switch sides, so a quick timeout. And a nice, useful touch there, as you saw in the replay from the captain, Ryan Seidman. So 13-12 here in the third set as we climb towards 5:15. We're going to encroach on that scheduled start time for the varsity matchup. So Simon Rosenwasser here and Scott Chupp on camera will be with you as long as we need to. Garden School with a 1-point advantage had a good chance to make it quick here with a 2-set win. But Brooklyn Friends scratching and clawing their way to staying competitive. The backs against the wall in the second set, winning it 31-29, and not much to separate the squads here in set number 3. The Garden School now on the right side of your screen, on serve with Hia. Marengo goes into the net. Not often that we have seen that from number 12, who's been on a mainstay for Garden School and has had some good-looking kills for the Garden School. BFS gets the side out. They're on serve. Sasha Ryder awaits to put it over. It's Warren. BFS by 1. Ryder will get another serve. Her team up by 2. So Brooklyn Friends reclaiming the advantage here in the third. Down by 5 just a couple minutes ago. And now up by 3. Miscommunication on the Brooklyn Friends side will give Garden School the point. Put them back on serve. It'll be Soleil Warren. Score 1-1. One set apiece. Garden School fighting back here in the third. Top spin from Intriago, and then the point to Garden. Warren serve, Boyd comes right back across, and then it falls in play. Another look at this recent point. Serve out of bounds. BFS now with a 17-16 lead. No surprise, only 1 point separating the two teams. As we approach the later stages of this third set, and now we're tied at 17. It's been this way throughout set number 1, 2, and now 3. No real separation, though the Garden School in set number 1, as they've got a service error here, were able to pull away in set 1, 25-16. Well, they were tied for the majority until the Garden School went on a run. The second set, of course, with the final 31-29, no real separation. And now it's Brooklyn Friends. A 1 point advantage, make it 2. The serve from Abadzis. And BFS has got the 2 point advantage. Marengo is in play. Great swing from Marengo. And that ball just hitting the line. 19-18. And Mack with the serve for Garden. Battle at the net here will be won by the Garden School. We're knotted at 19. Mackenzie Malone, Mack with another serve, a chance to put Garden School back on top. A couple free balls go back and forth. And Intriago plays it over her head. And Bandura plays it deep, leads to a point. Garden School first to 20. Here in set number 3, 3 straight for the Garden School. And it's Bandura who plays it straight back across for Garden. Well, give and go there. Run by Intriago. Now it's Intriago coming up again. Got the top spin cross court. And the kill for Garden School. Here's another look to make it 21-19. A little too much for Abadzis to handle. And now it is Garden who retakes the momentum. And it surely is a game of runs, isn't it? This volleyball, 4 in a row now for Garden School, where it looked like Brooklyn Friends may have had a chance to pull away. So even though we're at a neutral location here at Lamont, Manhattan, you can hear Brooklyn Friends and their faithful chanting for the Panthers and BFS. And we know that you're cheering at home wherever you're watching. And we're glad you're here with us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network for the first of 2 volleyball matches. This is the final set in the JV match. Winner of this one wins the championship for JV in the ISAL. Bandura got it deep. Here's Abadzis bumping it, and boy, playing over to Warren for Garden, and then miscommunication will give the point to Brooklyn Friends. The 2 teammates looking at each other, and Jaylene Rivera and Cecilia Intriago. Communication so key, and neither one took charge. And Brooklyn Friends gets the side out. It's Remy Ingerman for Brooklyn Friends. One way to make up for a mistake is to secure your team a point on the next sequence, and Jaylene Rivera just did that. It's now Cecilia Intriago on serve, and the Garden School lets this fall out of bounds. Soleil Warren with a great decision, and now Garden School within 2 of the victory. Intriago down the line, it's an ace, and Garden School with 4 chances to put this one away. Good serve, and that one did get over for Lily Boyd. Whoa. Another match point. It's Warren, got it deep. And this ball will once again fall on the Brooklyn Friends side, or in favor of Brooklyn Friends at least. That's 2 balls in a row that look pretty much like this. High arcing, that ball could come over on either side of the net. If it comes over on the Brooklyn Friends side, it's game over. Instead, the Panthers are still alive. And that ball is out of bounds, and Garden School takes the championship for the JV. (25-22) in set number 3. It took them 7 match points to be able to put Brooklyn Friends away, but the Garden School prevails and now wins the ISAL Championship Trophy for JV. Congratulations to the Garden School as this match does finally come to an end. 2 very evenly matched up teams. 25-16 Garden in set 1, 31-29 Brooklyn Friends in set 2, and 25-22 Garden School in set number 3. So it'll give us a chance to take a breather here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, though they may award the trophy that we can see on the far side. To the Garden School. See if they do make an announcement officially for the Garden School. But yep, they're gonna do that. So we will keep it here, and we'll bump up the natural sound so you can hear as best you can the official trophy presentation for a Garden School victory. And they get a team picture. So they're going to clear the court here, as you may have heard. And they'll have this trophy presentation to the Garden School. Hard-fought matchup. Again, stick with us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. The Dwight School Lions are here, and they will be facing off against Brooklyn Friends in the varsity matchup here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. That's what it's all about. You see the embrace there with the Garden School and Soleil Warren, who was a big part of the win for Garden. And here is the presentation. So we'll try to bump this sound up as as best we can. We don't have a direct feed from the PA. And hopefully it'll be good enough. Again, Garden School first, Brooklyn Friends second in the JV matchup. And for the Garden School to take their championship pictures.
I think it's important that you guys watch this game. This is a great game. Can we get a round of applause for both teams? I would like to congratulate Brooklyn Friends first. They're the playoff runner-up, and they're the undefeated league champions. They had an incredible season. They didn't give up at all. The second game came back. That was a hard-fought battle. Congratulations. You got every reason to be proud. Keep your heads up. Great job. Congratulations. And Garden School, congratulations. ISAL champions, well-deserved. Great game. Congratulations.
All right, so a big congratulations to the Garden School, who celebrates with the trophy, the JV ISAL champions. Here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network Live, we're going to take a step aside. We will come back for the varsity matchup. So they'll have to do their warm-up. And then we will have one more championship game coming here from the Morris Street Gym at Lamont Manhattan Preparatory School here in New York, New York. And we'll leave this JV broadcast off with a picture-perfect win for the Garden School. So long. We'll see you in a couple moments. And we welcome you here to the finals of the ISAL. Here in girls volleyball is the championship matchup live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. It's the Garden School. Excuse me, not the Garden School. They just played in the JV game. It is Dwight against Brooklyn Friends here in the championship. Dwight on the left, Brooklyn Friends on the right. And a good swing for Dwight and better defense for Brooklyn Friends. And the Panthers will get the first 2 points here in set number 1. And Brooklyn Friends gets it over here. Good swing and a kill for Dwight. They're on the board. Another look. Good defense. And on the outside, it's Manuela Hisnauer with the kill. So it makes it 2-1. And tapped back by Brooklyn Friends. And Salma McLaughlin, who's in the front row, playing the middle. They get it over McLaughlin's hands with a point to Brooklyn Friends. And it's 3-1. Brooklyn Friends, they're coached by Rose McLean. And Dwight coached by T.M. Chuck. Bad toss. No harm, no foul. Victoria Lopez with the serve over for Brooklyn Friends, and that ball is in play. The kill for Manuela Hisnauer, and it is Hisnauer who has got a couple of really nice looking swings here early on from both sides. She was on the left side a couple points ago when she put it away, and here on the near side puts it away as well. The only 2 points courtesy of Hisnauer. This one looped over by Alex Hamilton of Brooklyn Friends, and that ball will sail a little strong from Nina Hisnauer. So the score 4-2 in favor of the Panthers of Brooklyn Friends. Kill in the front row for Brooklyn Friends. And it was Sophia Hunt who put it away. Asa Townsend for Dwight. Another look. Townsend with some good velocity there, and it's 5-3. And Dwight within 1. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Scott Chupp running our camera. And a kill for Brooklyn Friends. Good work on the serve receive. I believe that was Yamila McLaughlin who got the kill for BFS. So 6-3. Good scramble there from Dwight. It will fall in bounds for the Lions. I mean, this is really putting defense into offense, isn't it? As we get one more look. And Nina Hisnauer, who pancaked that ball off the ground and was able to find the open floor on the other side. Good looking point there from Hisnauer. And Dwight with the side out. Hisnauer with the set. And Manuela Hisnauer bumps it over. Up the line, it is going to be out of bounds. Dwight wanting the point, but they're going to say it's out of bounds on the far side. And Brooklyn Friends takes the 7-4 advantage. Shove into the net there from Brooklyn Friends. And it is Dwight back on the board within 2 here in the first set. This is Layla Perovic. Good battle early on. Here's Hisnauer setting far side, and the scramble here on the near side for Brooklyn Friends is Victoria Lopez, who kept it alive, and then Brooklyn Friends able to win the point. This is Lopez bumping it in the air. And strong velocity on that one over. Flat-footed, it's Hisnauer into the net. So 9-5. The Brooklyn Friends the early lead. Hisnauer, setting Hisnauer. Out of bounds, 10-5. So Brooklyn Friends the early advantage. Rose McLean, the head coach. 8th year coaching volleyball, 3rd year coaching at Brooklyn Friends, but her first year as the head coach for Brooklyn Friends. Also worked at the Trinity and Dalton School. And that ball is going to be in for a kill on the Brooklyn Friends side. Was finding the open spot in the floor. And that time it was Alex Hamilton with the kill. So 11-5, early going. Brooklyn Friends has the advantage. Again, Rose McLean, who also worked at the Trinity and Dalton School, teaches 4th to 12th grade PE at Brooklyn Friends School, and an advisor in the 6th grade, and also coaches middle school basketball and softball in the winter and spring, so very busy. And this Brooklyn Friends team undefeated in the ISAL this year, 10-0, with an overall record of 14-3. It's been a heck of a year for the Panthers, and they're looking to cap it off with an ISAL championship performance. And a solid start, as they will have serve out of the timeout. And it's Jade Lichtenstein, who's, I believe Jade Lichtenstein on serve. She's wearing that libero, the libero jersey, the white jersey, so she's not listed. Her number isn't accurate as if it was listed with all the other blue jerseys. So we'll have to get a confirmation on who's there playing the libero position. But now the score 11-6. And Chloe Trujillo As the serve for Dwight. Good hustle here. And the swing will just go a little strong. Good work from Nina Hisnauer, once again setting her sister Manuela Hisnauer. And Brooklyn Friends up 13-6 here. At the service line, Yamila McLaughlin, sophomore setter who leads the team in aces this season. Recently served the team to 25 straight points. Impressive feat there. That time it is Dwight who's able to side her out, 13-7. And now it's Nina who will have to reserve. So Nina Hisnauer back behind the service line, down by 6. Thirteen to 8. Dig from Hamilton. And the swing from Claire Borden across for Brooklyn Friends. Flat-footed, it's Hisnauer. And a strong swing and a kill for Brooklyn Friends. Salma McLaughlin, one of the captains on the team. Middle hitter, leads the team in kills and blocks, and a force to be reckoned with for Brooklyn Friends. She'll be playing in college somewhere. And the Panthers have opened up a 7-point advantage here in set number 1. And they've got Victoria Lopez on serve. Plays on the outside. The junior puts it in play. And here's Hisnauer with the kill for Dwight. Another beautiful swing. Good serve receive. In system as Hisnauer feeds Hisnauer. Good looking back set there from Manuela to Nina. It's Hamilton looping it to the back row. And this ball will come out of bounds. Last touch by Amanda Bumitra. So 16-9. 0-0 first set. And once again, this swing will come out of bounds, this time on the near side, and BFS with an 8-point advantage. And they'll put Salma McLaughlin back on serve. Overpass, Dwight stays with it. Hisnauer setting Townsend. Brooklyn Friends defends, here's Hamilton who's denied. A stuff for Dwight. And the Lions get to 10, 17-10 now. And that ball will fall on the Dwight side. So 18-10. Brooklyn Friends with the Serve from Claire Borden. Hisnauer dug it up in the back row and then fluffed over by Trujillo. Here's Hamilton tapping it with the left hand. Hisnauer, good scramble to keep it alive. Good placement, and Dwight cannot keep it alive. The point to Brooklyn Friends. Finding the donut was Yamila McLaughlin. And the timeout called with the score 19-10. Brooklyn Friends leading the Dwight Lions. And we get a look at the Dwight huddle. T.A.M. Chuck, the head coach, has been coaching volleyball for 8 years. Now 5 of them being at the Dwight School. Also coached a regional winning 14s club team in 2015, just after starting his coaching career at Dwight. And Brooklyn Friends again with a 10-0 record in the ISAL. They've said that the theme to this season is redemption after losing last year's finals. And a lot of determination this year for the Panthers to come back and put together a solid 2019 volleyball season. Back in play, and Brooklyn Friends back on the board, and now with a 10-point advantage here in set number 1. And a miss hit from behind the service line. As Claire Borden's run will come to an end. We'll see if Dwight has any last fight in them. Down by 9. It's getting to a critical point here in set number 1. That is Maria, whose serve will come out of bounds. And a quick side out for Brooklyn Friends. With a 10-point advantage. Jump serve from Hamilton, and it's going to force Dwight all the way back, and they cannot manage over the free ball. And serve just too much to handle for Alex Hamilton. Junior outside hitter, also with an asterisk next to her name because she's a captain. Has a powerhouse swing and a great leader for the Panthers. Good decision in the back row to let that one drop, though it was deflected, and Dwight will get the point. But still with a 10-point advantage, the Panthers on the verge. It's Layla Perovich for Dwight. Free ball from Hisnauer. And McLaughlin starts the offense for Brooklyn Friends. Manuela Hisnauer plays the free ball over now. And we'll have a whistle and the point to Brooklyn Friends. Dwight making contact with the net. And the violation called against the Lions. And Brooklyn Friends on the verge. Oh, strong swing there. And the kill for Dwight. Man, how about Manuela Hisnauer? Put the ball in her hands. Dwight still down by 10. She's been a huge factor for the success of the Lions, and now this time bumping it over. Still a quality bump at that. And a dig from Trujillo. Here's Manuela Hisnauer. The point kept alive. Well done in the front row. Yamila McLaughlin. Hisnauer this time will put it away. Great point. So Dwight not going away here in set number 1. You're going to have to put together a pretty impressive performance here at the end of set 1 to be able to get anything going in terms of winning it. But any ability to play well here at the end of this first set, despite what the score is, and possibly take some momentum over into the latter sets. And we've got set point here for Brooklyn Friends. Here's Hisnauer for Hisnauer, and Manuela too long. Brooklyn Friends takes set number 1, 25-14. So the ladies will switch sides of the court, and Brooklyn Friends will take a 1-0 lead heading into set number 2. We will take a step aside here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network and come back with that frame. See you in a moment. All right, back we come. It is set number 2, just getting underway. Brooklyn Friends taking the first, 25-14, here at Lemont Manhattan Preparatory School. And Yamila McLaughlin with a good serve to start, and Brooklyn Friends able to put it home. Wow, that's good volleyball right there. McLaughlin doesn't get the ace, but might as well, as she set up her teammate in Salma McLaughlin to perfection. So 1-0 Brooklyn Friends, now 2-0 as Hisnauer goes into the net. These two teams matched up earlier in the year. It was a 3-0 sweep for Brooklyn Friends in that one, as that serve will come out of bounds. And Dwight will put Nina Hisnauer on serve. Calling for it was Salma McLaughlin, and she will get the point. Standing flat-footed, a little awkward when she made contact with that ball, but good hand-eye coordination to put it in a good spot. Service error against Victoria Lopez. And that's how Dwight has scored both of its points here in set number 2. See if the Lions can put together a fight here in the second. Looking to split the first couple of sets. Hisnauer serve. Manuela Hisnauer, I should specify. And we'll be tied at 3. As Salma McLaughlin was there in the front row. And McLaughlin stays with it here. And tapped over by Yamila McLaughlin. Salma calling for it and putting it away. And Salma, after the kill, gets rewarded by going back to the service line, and she goes into the net. We're tied at 4 here in the second.
Ladies, gentlemen, you need to be off the court, past the blue. Back up.
So clearly
Ladies, back up
tight
past
quarters
the blue.
here.
The solid blue, they can play up
See
to
the
that
referee
blue.
making sure that the fans scooch back, don't impede in the field of play. And a good crowd on hand here at Lemont. Even though neither of these teams play here as their home gym. Good traveling faithful for both communities. And the kill there for Alex Hamilton. And Brooklyn Friends back up by 1. Mitra with the kill for Dwight. Amanda Bumitra. Yamila McLaughlin doing all she could. Deep serve. There's McLaughlin for Hamilton now. And Hisnauer digs it up. Tapped lightly, good reflexes by Trujillo of Dwight. And a long point here. It's Hisnauer rising. And McLaughlin got the initial dig. Dwight will try again with Hisnauer. Time it was Claire Borden who started the sequence, and over from Yamila McLaughlin, and that's enough to win the point for Brooklyn Friends. Long point goes the way of the Panthers. And the score is 6-6 here in set 2. And Alex Hamilton, good jump serve. There's McLaughlin from the back row. And the point to Brooklyn Friends. 7-6 with Alex Hamilton continuing to serve. And shoved deep. Good idea there from Hisnauer. And bumped just over the net by Brianna Griffiths. Go all the way across the way. And no angle there, but it was Trujillo who created one, and then a pancake to keep this point alive. Good scrambling from Dwight. More good scrambling from Dwight. That was Manuela Hisnauer in the back row coming up to dig, and she stays with this one as well. And the free ball comes over. Brooklyn Friends looking to put it away. They won't do so. It's a free ball. Hisnauer. And then shoved deep again, and Dwight will win the point. What a big point there for the Dwight Lions, who tie it up at 7. Couple of phenomenal defensive plays, as the crowd likes. They've even got signs here. And Dwight will get a couple of substitutes in for being on serve. Looks like Trujillo is taking a break for Dwight. TM Chuck. There's Trujillo in the corner there getting the water break. Thought for a moment she might have been banged up, but she looks okay. And we're ready to go. 7-7. And Dwight on serve. With Perovic. Good battle there, and Griffiths got it across for Brooklyn Friends, and now they can set up. Now it's Dwight doing the same. Hisnauer for Hisnauer. Down it goes. Manuela Hisnauer. It's like money in the bank if you give her a good set. On the outside, she put it away up the line. Victoria Lopez got it across, and a kill for Brooklyn Friends. Kept it shallow, but cross court. Nicole Adriano with the serve. And now Hisnauer will finish in front of Adriano. And the Lions look strong here in set number 2. Serve came over from Olivia Wamble. Dwight has to contend with the ceiling and some of the pipes that are stretched out across of the ceiling here in Lemont, Manhattan. You can see there. Those balls come off of the arms and deflect high in the sky. It's oftentimes treacherous to try to track it down. 10-9 now, as the serve was a good one for Brooklyn Friends, and now a timeout called by Dwight. And Yamila McLaughlin will continue the serving after this timeout. We'll take a quick audio break. Yamila McLaughlin, the sophomore, awaits to serve. As the rotations are squared away. And we're back to the action. It's Hisnauer who's defended. McLaughlin with the dig. And then Hamilton bumps it over. For Brooklyn Friends, it's Hisnauer. And Hamilton did enough to keep it alive for Adriano. And McLaughlin puts it away. Brooklyn Friends back on the board. And now with a 2-point advantage. It's McLaughlin who paints the line. The set by Claire Borden. And an ace. Another look at the ace. See that fall in front. Another ace. And here's a look at the most recent ace. So 2 in a row. By Yamila McLaughlin. Make it 3 in a row. And Dwight just having trouble with number 4 serve. Again, Yamila leading the team in aces. And off the ceiling. The ball ricochets down to the wood again. And since the timeout that Dwight called, BFS has continued to impose their will. Yamila McLaughlin with another gorgeous serve. And Dwight will call another timeout. Here's the serve. 17-9. And the lead for Brooklyn Friends. We can roll a few recent replays since we have the ability to do so, as Dwight tries to get their mojo back. Here's some of the recent points. One to Brooklyn Friends. This was the good-looking kill from Hisnauer of Dwight. And nice work by Victoria Lopez there on that one. So we're back to the action. Lopez, by the way, a junior on the outside. And coach said that she's got great court vision, knows where to place the ball for a kill, and certainly did that time. (18-9). It's still McLaughlin on serve. She's been there forever. Hamilton digs. And now Salma McLaughlin shoves it deep. Here's Hisnauer cross court, fought off by Hamilton, and now she'll bump over the free ball. Townsend was there looming large for Dwight, the point to the Lions, and they finally are able to side out and get Yamila McLaughlin off of the service line. And they will just get this one over. Nina Hisnauer with the ace. Make it 18-11. Hamilton with the first touch, and then Hamilton will leave off for McLaughlin, who bumps it over. It's Hisnauer with time to put this one away, but the defense by Brooklyn Friends. Trujillo. Much needed kill there for Dwight. They're within 6. (19-12), and Brooklyn Friends back on serve, up by 7. This is Victoria Lopez. And Lopez, a little mishit there. So Dwight will take over service control. Manuela Hisnauer. The swing from Townsend. And then the kill for Brooklyn Friends. Victoria Lopez finding the corner. And BFS 20-13. Hisnauer shoving it deep. There was Yamila McLaughlin and now Salma McLaughlin. And Trujillo, a little mistimed on the jump. It's Hamilton here, and Alex Hamilton, who rose in what looked to be a big swing coming from the power hitter on the outside. Instead, she fluffs it over for a point. And Brooklyn Friends now within 2 of the champion, or the second set, I should say. It took the first set, 25-14. And now lead here in the second set, 24-13. And Salma McLaughlin looks to put the finishing touches on this second set. From the back row, it was Hisnauer, and the point to Dwight, a double hit against Brooklyn Friends. And McLaughlin's first touch. Not good enough that time for Dwight. Excuse me, for Brooklyn Friends. So 24-15. Still 9 chances for Brooklyn Friends to end the second set. Hamilton's there. And let's see if the Panthers can set up some offense here to finish up the set. It's Hamilton who got a good swing, but Hisnauer was there in the back row, but then a miss hit into the net, and Brooklyn Friends takes the second set 25-15. So we go to the third set. It's Brooklyn Friends 2 and Dwight nothing here in the ISAL championship match. Here live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We will be back for that third set coming for you in a couple moments. All right, set number 3. Brooklyn Friends with a commanding 2-0 lead. But Dwight, their energy is high on the sideline. And now it's starting to get loud. Full stop here in the gym. A win in the set for Brooklyn Friends ends the season with an ISAL championship for the Panthers. Dwight looking to send this match to a 4th set at least. It'll be Brooklyn Friends who gets the point to start set number 3. Yamila McLaughlin, who goes into the net. Dwight on the board. So Manuela Hisnauer serves for the Lions. And Alex Hamilton bumps it for Brooklyn Friends. This is Trujillo. Excuse me, Asa Townsend on the swing for Dwight, but it was a little strong. And now it's Nicole Adriano on serve. Ball is in for Dwight. That's perfectly placed here on the near side. And we are tied up at 2. Dwight on serve. Alina Rivera. It's Hamilton rising, but Hisnauer was there to dig. Well, Brooklyn Friends unable to get it over. Swing from Apolline Marcel. Makes it 3-2 in favor of the Panthers. Here in set number 3. It's McLaughlin with an ace. Salma, the senior captain, with a dart of a serve. And here she goes again, back to live action. Brooklyn Friends doubling up. Dwight School here in the 3rd. It is gonna go into the net, and Dwight with the point. Sophia Hunt couldn't get it over. So 4-3. And substitution for Dwight, as Bumitra will not serve. Instead, she'll give way to Maria.
Coach, those players got to be back. They cannot step out like the coach.
Referee making sure once again that the field of play is safe and spacious. Tap down for a point. Dwight on the board. Maria serve. And then Olivia Wamble with a layup. McLaughlin for Hisnauer on Dwight's side. Wamble got it over, and now it's Hamilton who taps it. Staying with it was Nina Hisnauer. Now it's Nina who rises, looking for the corner, and she found it. Gorgeous kill there for Nina. The Dwight faithful makes noise here. They are down but not out here in the third set. Well, we're tied at 5. 1 point at a time if you're Dwight. You're down 2 games to none. Dalila Lapidus with the serve, and she'll get another. And Delilah puts it over yet again. And Delilah will get another chance to serve. Up 7-5 now. Sophomore setter. Her first year on varsity, a vocal leader on the court for head coach Rose McLean. Very knowledgeable about the game. And McLaughlin with a strong swing from the back row. You know you've got a good player when it doesn't matter where they are on the floor, they're going to feed you wherever you are. And here's McLaughlin with a good kill to put Brooklyn Friends up by 3. Now up by 4. And still Delilah Lapidus on serve. An ace! Not sure if she meant to put it where the ball went, but it works. Know that her volleyball IQ is high, so perhaps it was on purpose, switching up the locations of where she's putting those first balls in play. And there's Hamilton, kept alive by Dwight, and over it comes from Rivera. Once again, Rivera plays it over. It's Hamilton who had a chance to put this one away, but she does not. And Dwight back on the board, 10-6. With Perovic on serve for Dwight. An ace for Perovic. (11-7). Brooklyn Friends now will have Alex Hamilton. Co-captain on serve. Hamilton into the net. And Dwight within 3. It's going to be Olivia Wamble rotating to serve. Instead, TM Chuck will have a couple substitutes. And it's Chloe Trujillo who will take the ball. Right back over. Hisnauer for Manuela Hisnauer, and Hamilton with the dig. Sprawling out on the hardwood. Hisnauer for Manuela again. Nina to Manuela, and Manuela into the net. And point Brooklyn Friends. So Sophia Hunt. Hisnauer with eyes in the side of her head. And her body said one thing, and that ball went the other way. Just look at her here. It looks like she's about to set the ball, and then at the last second, she decides to go into the far corner. And a good decision as she gets the kill and now serves. Nina Hisnauer goes up the line and the ace as Dwight gets the 10. 12-10 now here in set number 3. Another Nina Hisnauer serve. It's Hamilton in the back row with the first touch. Free ball from Dwight. McLaughlin. Ball gonna force Brooklyn Friends back. And credit Asa Townsend on the hit there. 13-11. And it's Manuela Hisnauer. McLaughlin shoved it with 2 hands. Dwight was there to defend and unable to get it back over. It's a 3-point advantage. Brooklyn Friends leads. And Rose McLean's Panthers continue to pace play. The serve is over. And that ball is good. I believe that was Chloe Trujillo with the kill for Dwight. And the Lions hanging tough here in the 3rd set. Trying to avoid the sweep. It's McLaughlin with too much to handle for Dwight. Just that powerful right arm swing. And that time Hisnauer was a little late to the punch. 15-12. And it's Salma on serve. So Brooklyn Friends 10-0 in the ISAL as a timeout is called by Dwight. And the lead is 4 for Brooklyn Friends. Only 2 seniors on the roster for the Brooklyn Friends Panthers, Salma McLaughlin and Nicole Adriano. So you talk about a big season for the Panthers this year with a 10-0 record. Well, they should have some key components back next season as well. Of course, you're going to lose Salma McLaughlin, a captain, and a big attacking threat for the Panthers. But a lot of great experience for everyone else that will be back in uniform next year. It is Salma back on serve. As we'll resume once the referees are satisfied with what they see on the floor. And now the serve is over from McLaughlin. And Dwight unable to get it back. So Brooklyn Friends with all of the momentum. Here's Salma McLaughlin up the line with this one. And Hisnauer plays it over her head. Nice work in the front row by Dwight. Olivia Wamble there, anticipating well and getting the big side out for the Lions. Here's Hamilton bumping deep. And this ball shoved out of bounds by Marcel. Delilah Lapidus. It's Manuela Hisnauer. And the point to Dwight. Layla Perovic about to serve, but Brooklyn Friends communicating something to the up judge before that happens. Referees just giving the explanation of that last point. The up judge pointed in favor of Dwight. The down judge originally pointed in favor of Brooklyn Friends, but the up judge prevails, and Dwight gets the point. They get that one too. It's 18-15, and the Lions alive with Perovic. Another chance to put it over. Alex Hamilton. White with the point. Hisnauer with a good swing. Off the blocks and out of bounds. So here comes Chloe Trujillo. Just long. Now, service errors are never something you want to see, but certainly late in sets, when the points are seemingly a little bit more important, it's when you don't want to see them especially. McLaughlin will now give Brooklyn Friends a 5-point advantage, 21-16, with here in the third set, the Panthers a 2-0 lead as they won the first 25-14, second 25-16, and now here in the third set leading 21-16. And the Brooklyn Friends Panthers, who again they said the theme of this season has been redemption after losing last year in the finals. They have a chance for that redemption if they can finish the job here in the third set. Looking for the second sweep of these Dwight Lions this season. Seen smiles all over the Brooklyn Friends side. They've been having a lot of fun, and Coach McLean said that as long as they're having fun, they know that they usually do play better when they're having fun, is what she said. Hamilton tried to keep it alive, but just too much from Dwight. And the Lions now with 17 to Brooklyn Friends 21, with number 17, Nina Hisnauer, taking the service line. Alex Hamilton got it in the back row. McLaughlin doing the blocking up front, making things difficult for for Dwight. And then she swings for a kill. Defense, offense, a big piece for the Panthers. And here's a look at the finish. (23-17). It's Yamila McLaughlin, the team's best server, who does put it over. Dwight contends with the ceiling. That ball ricocheted a bunch, but the Lions stayed with it. Hamilton kept it in play. And then put away by Brooklyn Friends. They've got match point. Nicole Adriano with the kill there. And it's Yamila McLaughlin into the net. So Dwight alive, but only just. They need to win 6 in a row to extend the match. Adriano puts it in the middle of the court, and then the free ball bumped over. Brooklyn Friends wins the ISAL. A perfect season in the conference, 10-0 in the regular season, and they win 3-0 here in the ISAL championship game. Congratulations to Brooklyn Friends and Rose McLean as they come away with a 3-0 victory over Dwight. 25-14 in the first, 25-16 in the second, 25-18 in set number 3. So there was a trophy presentation after the JV match, which, by the way, the Garden School won. Congratulations to the Garden School winning the JV championship. Not sure if there's going to be a trophy presentation here after the championship game. But we'll keep it right here for a moment. As we await the trophy presentation. Brooklyn Friends, again, the win here in the ISAL championship. And they'll get to take some team pictures. So anyway, that will do it for us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We thank you for joining us all afternoon long as Brooklyn Friends wins the ISAL, defeating the Dwight School Lions. 3-0 the final here in the Girls Varsity Championship. And the Panthers are victorious in 2019. And the excitement you can see on your screen from those Panthers. They're feeling good. So for Scott Chupp, our camera operator, my name's Simon Rosenwasser. We thank you for joining us all evening long. An enjoyable one here from Lemont, Manhattan. That will do it. And we'll see you next time here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Brooklyn Friends, the ISAL champions. All right, so if you're still with us, we didn't leave yet. There is a trophy presentation, and it's Keith Sequeira, the athletic director at Lamont Manhattan Preparatory School, who will act as the MC. And we'll try to bump up the microphone so you can hear him.
On behalf of the ISAL and Lamont, who hosted today, we want to congratulate both teams on a great game. Well done, all of you. We also want to congratulate Dwight for finishing second in the playoffs, as well as finishing so there, Dwight can come up and get their award. So, on behalf, again, this is Isal, for our champions, Brooklyn Friends won the regular season, so we're on the and congratulations on their win today. Conference in the state tournament. Well done, girls. Great job. Thank you for coming.
Okay, so that will do it for our coverage here on Play by Play Sports Network. Again, thank you for joining us. Simon Rosenwasser with Scott Chupp on our camera. Brooklyn Friends, the champions in the ISAL, and now they have the trophy to show for it. So long, everyone.